You're now listening to No Gimmicks.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the No Gimmicks podcast here on the DFPN. You know what it is? It's Thursday, and not just any Thursday. Because last Thursday, we were close to the edge. This Thursday, we're at a breaking point. And MPX, I want to give you guys a very special shout out. Whoever has been putting these together, my compliments to the chef. A plus. I am looking forward to this week. There's some things about last week that we definitely got to talk about. But before we get into that, my co-host, as usual for these things, JJ Jefferson, welcome back, sir. Do you feel like do you feel like last week was crazy? We got to talk some stuff about last week.
Yeah, no, man, we definitely do. Before we get into the MPX business, it is Thursday night, but for all of you out there who didn't know, it is also NFL schedule release night. So Y'all already know what time it is. Who Dat Nation? We riding. We are taking back the South this year. I saw the schedule, and man, I'm pumped. Cannot wait to see my boys in action. It's gonna be a good year for the black and gold. But going back to MPX, yeah, kudos to whoever is putting these together, because we talked about this last week and we said it the week before. These shows lately are making Destiny seem like an afterthought, and that's not an easy thing to do because Destiny was such a massive event, such a monumental moment. But then it's like, oh, hey, by the way, we took a break because it's WrestleMania weekend, but we're back. And guess what we got? Bam, here's this. Bam, one step closer to the edge. Bam, breaking point. And this is all leading up to the purge.
Yep. And with that being said, we have something we got to address.
There's multiple things.
The biggest thing for me is what happened with our good friend of the show, Kari Wright. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. And it seems, we saw this attitude change with somebody like Vert Vixen, someone we knew was great, someone we knew just needed to shed their skin, so to speak. Is this the case with Kari Wright? And is something that needed to be done? I hate that it happened to Man. I'll put that out there. I hate that what happened to Man happened to Man at the hands of Kari Wright. I don't like that at all. But if you're asking me, was it time for this to happen? Absolutely. The gear change, whatever you want to call it, maybe he's saying this is his true self too, right? Maybe he'll be like, this is who I am. This is what needed to happen for me. Because let's face it, Kari Wright has spent the last 7 to 10 months saying wherever he went, he wants to be booked, right? Putting out posts. I haven't wrestled in so long. right? It's been a while since I've been in the ring. I need to be back. I need to be back where I was. This is a guy who was MPX champion at one point in time, right? Not just any MPX champion. He was the guy that knocked off Demo Diamond at the height of Demo Diamond's run. He was that guy. And it seems like he feels like that attention has gone away from him. Now, if this was the straw that broke the camel's back, he's in there with Man. He has to make a statement. I totally get it. Either way, I totally get it. I just don't like that it happened to Man. But that should put something in everybody else behind this, because him and Man were cool. That they were homies. And if he did that to his homie, God help the rest of you. But what's your thoughts?
I'm basically going to copy and paste everything you just said. Shout out to Kim joining us in the chat. We are here. It is go time. Thank you all in the chat. Make sure y'all let your thoughts be heard. We would love to see what y'all are thinking and feeling as well. Shout out to everyone watching on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching No Gimmicks. But yes, this is long overdue for Kari Ja Wright. And if you missed the interview that I had a chance to do with Kari a few weeks ago, make sure you go replay that, because Kari literally said this was coming. Kari said with his own words that he's been an afterthought. He's the reincarnation of excellence. And he doesn't feel that way because everybody is looking over Kari. Everybody's looking past Kari. Nobody is really booking Kari. So when Kari is there, it's like, oh, okay, yay, Kari. You know, the crowd loves him. The addicts love him. But it was like, oh, Kari's just here because Kari's a staple. And that's all it was. Like, people are sleeping on Kari Ja Wright. And yes, this is that gear flip. This is that switch we talked about with Vert Vixen. This is for Kari to prove to everybody in the Texas indie scene, the DFW, in Central Texas, North Texas, around the country, Kari Ja Wright is no one to play with and is nobody to sleep on. And it's funny because when he came out last week, we all know this about Kari. Kari has that swagger, that showmanship. The minute Kari walked out of the curtain last week, that was gone. It was gone. It was like,
I knew right then and there. I was like, oh, this is a different person.
It's a different person, right? Yep. Like he just had that aura about him. And me and you talked about this because we ran down the card and we saw that Kari was on the poster, but it wasn't announced that Kari had a match. So as soon as it happened, I texted you immediately and was like, dog, the show is kicking off with Kari and Man. This is crazy.
And that caught me off guard too, because I was like, oh, they didn't announce this one
at all,
and we're getting it. And
this is how we start the night, right?
Yes.
And with being one step closer to the edge, again, we've seen interactions between Kari and Man, Kari and Set 6, and it seemed like they're homies. They get along, they vibe, everything is good. But again, it was just something different. And Kari let it be known, like, hey, I'm here for business. And the moment that I was watching that match and it went outside of the ring and Kari basically curb stomped Man into the guardrail, that's when I knew. I was like, oh, we're so back. This is giving PWC days of Kari Ja Wright. This is giving that guy who walked on eggshells and didn't care whose feelings he hurt, because Kari is back. And it's even better with this week because Kari is taking on someone in Prince Karaoke, which I know we're going to touch on when we get to the predictions.
Yeah.
But that's no walk in the park. And like you said, if Kari was willing to go to that level with his homie, someone he considers a friend, imagine what he's going to do to someone that he really doesn't like.
Or not a friend, right? I think based off what he did last week, I think all bets are off with him. I really do. And to be honest, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. There's certain people, and I'll put our history out there, right? Kari Ja Wright was one of the first people on No Gimmicks. And since then, I've believed in Kari. And I can see the frustration in him. I really can. I really can. You could tell it bothers him. You could tell that he's reaching for more and he wants to get there. And not having the opportunity to get there, it weighs on you, man. It really does weigh on you. I totally get the frustration. So people like him, people like Vert Vixen, if they feel like they haven't gotten their opportunity, which they worked, they busted their butt for, they've always put on the best they can, and they're just not getting the opportunity. I can understand the frustration. Sometimes you just need to snap. And I've been saying this. Sometimes being nice, it won't get you anywhere. And look at what last week has done for him, right? They're saying, all right, it got him here again. All right, you're mad? Come back again. We'll give you somebody tough. If he goes through Prince Karaoke this week, next week I guarantee you he's going to be back. And if this keeps continuing, you will see Karjai Wright with championship gold on his waist. That's for sure. That's for certain.
Yeah, no, 100%. The only thing that I want to touch on, because I want to give this little nugget, if you will, to the addicts that are listening and watching, because I want y'all to hear it here first, right? I shared this with you as soon as it happened. If you've been watching, if you've been paying attention to what's going on, I think there's a bigger picture here at play, and I think it is only a matter of time until we witness, I won't say greatness, but I will say a resurgence, if you will. And that's where I'm going to leave it, because I don't want to give too much away. But I think there is something at play here. And I think it's involving a few people who know a thing or two about playing chess and not checkers.
Oh, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, you know what? They may already be there and we just don't know. If you thinking what I'm thinking, we may already be there.
I'm just saying the writing is on the wall. It seems like everybody is going to be in the building this week. Next week is Level Up. There's an MPX title match going on. You've got Cavens in the building this week. Opportunity to kind of soften him up, make him run the gauntlet again. I'm just saying it doesn't look good from the outside looking in, but as somebody who does support Kari, as somebody who has been by his side since day one, like you have, I'm not mad at this. I am 100% here for this version of Karjai Wright. And I said it during our interview, and I'll say it again. We are witnessing a resurgence of excellence right now. We are on the Excellence Tour 2.0 right now.
Yep.
And if you've missed out, buckle up, because Kari has a point to prove. It's breaking point this weekend, and we're going to see all bets are off.
I'll bet the moment he came out, I was like, all bets are off. Because you could just see it on him. You could see the anger, you could see the frustration, and that's something he normally hides, man. He normally is very cool on the surface, but when he came out, it was on him. You could see it on him. You could feel the energy in the room change. You could hear it on the announcers. The announcers were even puzzled, like this ain't the normal Karjai Wright. He's not bouncing around. He's just, let's get the business. And I love that.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, I love that. So when you have guys in these positions, and let's just be honest, you have guys in these positions that should be wearing gold and they're not. Let's get it. Let's get it. I like anger. Anger is good. Anger gets things done. I like it.
That is true. And you know what? Speaking of anger, I want to segue into something else that we got to talk about, because it's another lingering, not necessarily elephant in the room, but it's something big that happened. We've already known about the Outbreak making their debut at the Purge here in a little while, right? Well, Sky De La Cremosa seems to have found his way into the Purge. And it's even scarier because it's been announced. Sky said during his presser, hey, I got to find somebody that can get a little crazy with me to battle the undead. So that's opened the door. Shout out to you, Matthew Palmer. Welcome in. Hope the road to recovery is going well, and we're keeping you entertained for a little bit.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Sky seems to be on a collision course with the Outbreak, and I'm not mad at this one because I can't wait to see the Outbreak debut. I've been keeping my eyes on them, and I'm very excited. But for Sky, ooh man, the opportunities are endless right now going into the purge.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, shout out to you, Matt Palmer. Congrats on your surgery. Can't wait to see you back. Speedy recovery. Appreciate you, sir. But yes, I think I said it last time. I said it last week. The road to the purge for Sky Della Cremosa is way different than anybody else, right? Everybody else kind of lives on the edge when it comes to the purge. Sky Della Cremosa is on the edge all the time.
This is another Tuesday.
Yeah, this is his playground, right? It's another day in the office for him. So him colliding with anybody is gonna be exciting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Do we have to pause the show?
Wait,
hold on.
I
just want to say, last time Matthew Palmer was in the chat like this and saying stuff like this, we got global wars.
I mean, if you want Matthew Palmer, type 1 for yes, 2 for no. I can send you the link. You can join.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, so wow. Wow, come on now. But yeah, it's like Sky, whoever he clashes with, it's gonna be something crazy. It's gonna be something spectacular. Leading up to the purge, what I'm looking for from Sky, now that we have the full-blown Sky Della Cremosa back, I want to see Sky kind of inject himself in some of this championship opportunity. Hold on. We're gonna send you the link. We're gonna send you the link, sir.
This is great. I mean, I'm not mad at this. I'm here for it.
No, absolutely. If it's bigger than that, come on. Come on over.
Please, join us.
Come on over. But yeah, it's I'm shaking now. I don't know why.
Look, man, I'm gonna say it like this because I'll finish your thought for you because I feel like we're on the same path here about this Sky thing. With this being like another, just a walk in the park for Sky, we know what Sky is capable of at the purge. This is in his comfort zone, and it's even scarier because going into this week for Breaking Point, it's been announced that Sky has a open challenge at hand. So it's kind of like, oh man, are we going to see Sky issuing open challenge week after week after week leading up to the purge to sharpen his iron, if you will, before we get there and before he clashes with the Outbreak? But even then, we talked about this a few weeks ago when Cavens was on his tear to destiny and he crossed paths with Sky.
Yep.
I feel bad for whoever ends up being on the opposite side of Sky while he's on this road to the purge.
Fact. That is a fact. Because, like we said, for some odd reason, Sky and the purge is like that's like a booster to him. Like,
right.
He gets stronger as he gets closer to the purge. So whoever's in his way, I feel like he personally makes it a point to make statements on his way to the purge. Like, if you're going to the purge, I'm the person you need to fear no matter what match it is. Gold on the line, no gold on the line. The purge is my wheelhouse. I will rule the purge, right? And it's like that every year because it's kind of like I'm going to compare this to something wild, but I can't compare it to nothing else because when you had The Undertaker going to WrestleMania, right? Undertaker at WrestleMania was an event. Sky at the purge is on that level. It's an event. Him just watching him there is an event. So bro, if we're getting something where he's on a collision course with somebody like that, take my money already.
No, I agree 100%. And I'm glad you said that because that kind of plays into one of the comments that I saw in the chat. Again, shout out to all the addicts joining us in the chat. We appreciate y'all tuning in, tapping in. Caroline Moore asking for tickets, trying to find tickets. You can always find tickets for the MPX shows at their website, mpxwrestling.com. I do know that the way they set it up, it's changed over time. At one point in time, you could always get tickets for the entire month. They kind of do it week by week now, sometimes 2 weeks at a time. Sometimes, if there's a big show like The Purge, Saturday, July the 11th, those tickets will be on sale soon. They haven't been released yet, but make sure you just stay looking at the website, mpxwrestling.com. Tickets will be available at some point in time, and when they are, make sure you grab them because they are a hot commodity, especially for next week's show, Level Up, which is going to be one I have my eye on personally. But this week is Breaking Point, and I think a lot of things that factor into this week are going to help go into next week. And before we jump into breaking this card down, Kim, a match between PCO and Sky could not be contained.
That is a fact.
Just could not be contained.
You need a whole nother building for just them.
Yeah, an abandoned building at that part.
Yeah, for just them. You know what? You know who I think would be. I think they're gonna be eventually on a collision course. The person who we talked to not too long ago, and I think him and Lethal Luke Cameron could find themselves on a collision course.
Sky?
Yeah.
Sky and Lou?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you look at the landscape right now, I feel like both men have it on their minds to just clear everything. And eventually it may just be them two. And may the best man win.
Oh man, if that does happen, I am here for it. I sign off on it. I stand on business. Lou and 5. It's gonna be destructive, but I would take Lou in that one. It's a bold,
I don't know, man.
Bold statement to say out loud.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just, if you look at the landscape right now, for me, it's really early. Right? It's really early in the game. But I think eventually it's going to be inevitable. Because if you pay attention to the conversation we had with Luke Cameron and you look at what Sky Della Cremosa is doing, look at our conversation with him that we had. Right? Both men sound very, very similar in their objective. They sound very much like we don't care. We're after gold.
Right.
No one can stop us. And eventually it seems like paying attention to both of those conversations, especially after Lou's, I felt like both men have the same objective. And if both men have that same objective, I think we could find ourselves in the collision course.
Agreed. I agree with you. And to all the MPX addicts out there that said having Lou as a guest was a dangerous option, why Lou? Go check out the interview if you haven't already, and then come back on the show and let us know your thoughts, because that was probably one of the best interviews that we've had. There was a lot that Lou said and
he
dropped
said a lot
in that interview. So yeah, whoever you are, wherever you are, you're on borrowed time, if I had to say it lightly. But speaking of borrowed time, we got a lot to break down for Breaking Point. So, man,
yes.
Are you ready to jump into the card and talk about
some of these matches? Let's go. Here we go. All right, breaking point. Here we go. And if Matthew Palmer is still in the chat, I'm sorry, but we're going to start with this one. And I know you'll have your eyes on it. So, Alec Bullsdale, the man who sent Matthew Palmer home packing for the moment. Am I lying?
I'm going to let you keep going. You're on a roll. Go ahead.
Am I lying? But successful stuff for Matthew Palmer. So I know he'll be watching this with intent. I became a fan of his. I'm not going to lie to you. I became a fan of Alec Bullsdale. That match with him and Matthew Palmer, I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say this is match of the year for me. That set a very, very high bar. It was a classic. And Alec Bullsdale showed me a lot in that match. He showed me a lot of heart, a lot of grit. He was able to give and take, didn't give up, even when the pressure was applied to him. And for that, I'm looking at this match with him and Dalton Gray in a different light. I think if Alec Bullsdale comes out of this match a winner in a fashion that's dominant, because he's shown me that he can be dominant. He's shown me that. If he comes out of this match with the win against Dalton Gray, and we know Dalton is trying to find his way too, which is why I like this match for him as well, because the win for him here is absolutely huge and can set him on a trajectory. But this match for Alec Bullsdale in particular, he wins this match, and if he wins it in a dominant fashion, I think it's bigger and better for him. We got to start talking about this man where he belongs in the chase for gold after this, right? I'm already like lining him up. But afterwards, we definitely got to figure out where's this man going? Because if he gets a win, that's just one more notch on the belt for him. And listen, I like where he is going. I really do. I really do. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, man, I definitely will be agreeing with you on a lot of the things that you said, minus the sending Matthew Palmer packing part. Unless you
I said temporarily, man.
You did, but still, it's like it's a touchy subject right now.
Yes,
man.
I know.
I'm
sorry. I'm sorry. My apologies.
It's okay. It's fine. It's breaking point, right? Like everybody has one. But yeah, no, I agree. Alec Bullsdale definitely opened my eyes. Definitely showed me something. I'll say this, and I'm jumping into the deep end here when I say this.
See, I just apologize, and here you go. All right, go.
No. It was gonna be like this anyway. Like I felt it. This breaking point. I think we are at a breaking point, but it's fine. Yeah, Alec Bullsdale gets the job done against Grimy Dalton Gray. I don't know what it is about Grimy. It seems to be the off balance, the off focus. I think maybe the whole situation with the scoring is still lingering in the back of his head. Maybe just recently losing to Tom A in a run for the prospect title, the tag team match last week with Julian Alirez, and them not really having that chemistry. I just don't see his head being in the right space. And I think Alec Bullsdale, for as cocky as he is confidence. For as arrogant as he is, it's confidence. And as we said, with the win over Matthew Palmer, the way that he was able to do and hang in there and show up and show out, I think Alec Bullsdale has found that switch to take it to another level. I'm going to say Alec Bullsdale for the win. And again, I don't make the matches, but if somebody that does is listening, Alec Bullsdale gets a win here. Alec Bullsdale versus Tom A for defense number 4 if Tom A gets through Adam Green. I'm just saying I can see Alec Bullsdale.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
I'm not
I see what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything.
what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. I'm just saying.
Yes, you are. Hold on. I'm going to say his name. We're going to go to that match next, and I'm going to say his name. Hopefully he pops up. Tom A, defense number 3, right? Adam Green, you just talked about it. Now, someone has some crow to eat because someone last week, and I tried to tell you guys, I tried to tell you and said, don't go against them. I'm going to say it again this week. Do not bet against Tom A. Adam Green, you're on a roll. I appreciate it. But the aura is just too great right now. It's just too great. And I'm going to keep saying it because it's true. It doesn't matter who you put in front of Tom A at this point. It doesn't matter. Defense number 3 will be done. Defense number 4 will be done. It doesn't matter who it is. The aura is just too great. He is farming aura at a rate that we have never seen before. He gets it done this weekend.
To be fair, the crow that was to be eaten last week was by Cedric, because I did say, even though I didn't agree with Tom A, I did say Langley was going to fight like hell, but I did say Tom A was going to win. So for what it's worth, I did pick Tom A last week, and I'm going to double down again this week. I don't like it, but again, the aura is overwhelming. Tom A is on a roll. I think he's going to get the job done for title number 3. That leaves the question to who gets number 4. I've already thrown a couple names out there. Don't know what's going to stick, but we'll see. Either way it goes, because you want to put me on the spot, I'm going to put you on the spot. I sent you this directly, so now I'm going to out you. If title defense number 4 boiled down to somehow, some way, because when we say his name, he also appears, and he loves the Mario movie. If Dave Sagan somehow came back and it's that number 4, and it was Tom A versus Dave Sagan, are you sticking with the aura farmer, or are you stepping back?
Don't put me. See, stop putting me in these positions.
It's a question.
Stop.
It's a question.
No, I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that because I'm not going on record with a prediction. I don't like the match. I don't like it at all. If you really want my honest opinion, if someone's going to step back into the sun, he should go for the championship that he needs to go for. That is the MPX championship. If we're stepping back into the sun, then the sun needs to be all the way bright. But right now, we're in the aura. And I think the aura farmer himself, I think is going to get it done. I do.
Yeah, you can read Kim's comment in the chat. I put it up on the screen. Told you, it sounds interesting. It has a good ring to it.
Listen, don't manifest this nonsense. Don't do that.
But speaking of manifest, can we talk about one match that has been irking my soul since I've seen it announced?
Go ahead.
All right. It's
are you going the heel round? Are we getting a heel turn right now? Go ahead.
I believe we are. I feel it. I told you, it's breaking point, man. I think everybody is on one. Yeah. Speaking of championships, huge tag team match. JD Griffey and Big J teaming up to take on the MPX champion, Dylan Cavens, and his tag team partner, Red Chambers. I don't know why we keep saying MPX Addicts champion, Red Chambers, when the belt is in possession with Lethal Lou Cameron. But it's okay. It's okay. Everybody enjoy it. Everybody enjoy this moment. Everybody have fun saying it, because after next week, after Level Up, we will be able to officially say and new MPX Addicts champion, Lethal Lou Cameron. We're in the lethal era. It's chain snatching season. And did you see the graphic, by the way? Cavens has his championship belt, but Red Chambers does not. You're
not playing fair, by the way.
I'm just saying. But if we're going to play fair in this match, it's going to come down to one thing. Who wants it more? And right now, JD Griffey wants it more. So I've got JD and Big J pulling it out, man.
I'm almost hoping that we do get some shenanigans in this one. I'm almost hoping for that. And it's primarily because JD Griffey, I feel like in this moment, is sharing a lot of the sentiments of Kari Ja Wright. And if that championship is not on the waist of JD Griffey, I think he gets more and more impatient by the day. And as he gets more and more impatient, you're going to start to see things, man. And I feel like we keep saying it week after week. He pops up, he makes his plans, and it's too quiet. It's too quiet on his side right now. That's too much planning because he's not even mad. Have you seen him say anything?
It's been cricket, and it's funny because even his mouthpiece has not said anything. And do you know how hard it is to get a mouthpiece? Like, I'm not going to say his name, but do you know how hard it is to have a mouthpiece not talk?
Yes. They've said nothing, bro. Nothing. Not one peep. Not one peep. So the fact that it has been this quiet and the fact that we are in this situation, I feel like something's going to come to a head this weekend. Something very devious is going to come to a head this weekend. So I'm on watch.
You know what? Let's go on to the next match because you brought up his name. I mentioned it earlier. We are on the Excellence Tour. I think there's some writing on the wall that is right in front of all of us. Some of y'all are not paying attention, and if you miss it, sorry, not sorry. But the reincarnation of excellence, Kari Ja Wright, takes on Prince Karaoke, and for what it's worth, outside of the personality change, outside of all the shenanigans, this is a sleeper match of the year because a lot of people don't know about Karaoke, and a lot of people have been passing off Kari Ja Wright. So whatever you're doing, if you're in the building, if you're at home watching on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, make sure you're locked in for this match because Kari and Karaoke are going to put on something that you haven't seen before that you're going to want to pay attention to. But in the end, I'm curious to see how the addicts are going to gravitate in this one. I've said it on Richard Hill's post when the match was announced because we've seen how Kari has changed, and it's like the addicts are kind of hushed right now. But then the last time we saw Karaoke didn't get the warmest reception in the building either. So it's really going to be curious to see, are the addicts going to lean one way or the other? But either way it goes, these two guys are going to put on an absolute banger of a match. In the end, I got Kari Ja Wright getting it done.
I have some words to say about Karaoke because if you don't know Prince Karaoke, please watch this match. It is very much a mirror match for both guys. Karaoke, he does carry a lot of power though. He carries a lot of power. He's very smooth, very fast, very technical when he wants to be. Both men are kind of like complements of each other. So I'm very curious as what this match is going to look like. But if the renewed spirit of Kari Ja Wright enters this match, very little doubt on my end. Very little doubt. So it really, for me, it depends on what Kari Ja Wright comes to this match. If the new one that we saw last week enters this match, look out, Karaoke. Look out.
Yeah, no, I agree 110%. Either way it goes, this match is going to be a banger. You definitely don't want to miss it. You want to make sure you're locked in. Kari, if you're watching, listening, I will say, I know you don't need the advice, but I'll just, as a friend, because we're friends first, please watch your head because Karaoke has one of the nastiest lariats in the business. And I would hate to see you on the receiving end of one of those, personally.
Agreed. And watch his kicks too.
But yeah, no, there's another match that I've kind of been thinking about this one, so I want you to go first because I want to hear your take on this one. It's gonna get freaky this weekend. The Freak Demon is back. It's been a minute, but Mo Kelly is back and going one-on-one with Brother Kaimi.
I feel like we're getting punished. And I'm talking about Brother Kaimi. I feel like you got out of last week with minimal damage, which is good. Thank you. And I feel like you're starting to climb, but this is one of those climbs that can knock you right back down, man. So Mo Kelly is one of the hardest hitters I've ever seen. Definitely one of the hardest hitters in Texas. Shout out to Paradigm and Five. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. So uh I don't like going against Brother Kaimi. I ain't gonna do it this week. I'm gonna go Brother Kaimi on this
Hmm. Okay, that's bold. You know, last week we were supposed to have a Kaimi one-on-one match, right? And then because cards subject to change, it ended up being a triple threat, which was a blessing in disguise because that match was also really, really good to watch. And we've been on record saying this about Kaimi. Kaimi has the sky where the sky is the limit, and Kaimi can be pushed to the moon. Now that he's back from his injury and everything that's been going on, looks like I'm going solo for a minute because Boss Man had to step out. So with Kaimi, I don't know. Like this one is hard because of the fact that Kaimi is on a climb. But when you think about Mo Kelly, that's not an easy test. That's not an easy mountain to climb. And we've been on record on this show saying that there's no better version of a wrestler than a wrestler that's angry, that's a point to prove. This show is called Breaking Point. And if anyone has been paying attention to Mo Kelly behind the scenes and in other territories, Mo Kelly is one of those angry wrestlers. Just saying, the combination here is not good. I don't like this for Kaimi. I didn't like it when he was put across the ring from Sky, but it is really hard to bet against Brother Kaimi. It is almost impossible to step off, what he's been doing, take that momentum from him. But yeah, just seeing the trajectory that Mo Kelly has been on, the anger, the violence, the mean streak, I'm gonna go with the hot hand. And Laura mentioned it in the chat, um, Lou has a friend in the building who may do his bidding.
week.
And
That's
and
very
Lou has been on record. Lou said it last week. He's going to be in the building, or at least that's his plan, to address this whole Red Chambers situation. So I don't like the odds. I don't like the variables here. I've got Mo Kelly in this one. I'm going to rock with the Paradigm and 5 bet. It's going to be a hard fight because Kaimi is going to swing for the fences and it's not going to go down easy. But I've got Mo Kelly.
mm.
And welcome back, by the way.
You know me. I don't like betting against people. If I say I ain't gonna
Oh, it's starting to do that thing. Technical difficulties, man. It's happening to you. Breaking point.
you know I can't be great, bro. It won't let me be great tonight.
It's okay. Oh,
go ahead. I'll be back.
Sagan. Yes, shout out to Dave. Mortal Kombat 2, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't seen it, go see Mortal Kombat 2. Another movie, if you haven't seen it, Michael. Go check out Michael. Really great movie. Red. Hey, Red. A lot of anger. I know you're feeling some type of way. Just have your head on a swivel. That's all I can say. As a friend, please keep your head on a swivel. MPX addicts, if you haven't already gotten your tickets while we wait for Kelvin to come back, I believe there's another match or two to break down and go over for this week's show. But if you haven't, mpxwrestling.com, go get your tickets if you want to be in the building live. 510 Harwood Road, Bedford, Texas. If you can't be there, make sure you're on all social medias for Metroplex Wrestling, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Watch it from home. This is a show that you're not going to want to miss. A lot of key pieces and key components are going on this weekend. Everybody is at their breaking point. There's a lot of aggression. There's a lot of hostility. There's a lot of stakes on the line. There's a lot of pride involved. We are on the road to the Purge, which is Saturday, July the 11th, Southwest Community Center, Fort Worth, Texas. It is the MPX debut of the Purge in Fort Worth. So if you want to, come check out some madness and carnage and chaos and the living undead zombies, the outbreak is coming. I'll see y'all in Fort Worth on July the 11th because that's going to be a very, very intense night, to say the least. And if you haven't seen The Purge, you're in for a treat. That's all I can say. You're in for a treat. I am curious though, for the addicts in the chat that are still with us watching, what's your match that you're looking forward to this weekend? I know we've broken down a handful of them. What's a match that has your eye, that has your moments? I just saw one as I'm scrolling through Facebook, and I'm hoping Kelvin can make it back in time so we can talk about it. But I'm curious, what are you looking forward to, MPX addicts? Maybe Matthew Palmer's big announcement that he popped in the comments a little while ago earlier and said, hey, another big announcement is coming soon. So if you don't follow Matthew Palmer, make sure you do. You want to stay tuned for that announcement. Don't want to miss that. And of course, when it is breaking, when it is said, we at No Gimmicks will do our best to cover it as well. Share that news with you guys too. All right, he's back. Fingers crossed that it's going to work for him this time. Drum roll, please. It may not work. I don't know. We'll see. I guess his internet was at the breaking point. And it's unfortunate because I wanted to get his opinion on this last match that we have to cover and talk about. And that was the Sky De La Cremosa Open Challenge at Breaking Point. There he is.
Yay!
Yay! Welcome back.
And I'm going to see Mortal Kombat 2.
Beautiful. Have you seen Michael?
No, I haven't.
You've got to see Michael. Add it to the list.
Okay.
Red's in the chat.
He doesn't look happy.
Not at all. You know who else is not happy?
Who?
Sky De La Cremosa.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, he has an open challenge this weekend. Do you have any thoughts or ideas, wants? Who do you think answers this call?
Sorry, I froze. What did you say?
I was saying, do you have any thoughts, expectations, predictions on this open challenge for Sky?
I wanted to be someone maybe we haven't seen in a while, or maybe someone he needs to make a statement against. And I can think of nobody better than a Mikey B.
But
we'll see.
Wow. That's left field. Wow. Okay. That's a name I hadn't heard in
that's back. And then that's going back out. I will be back.
By the time you get back, we're probably going to wrap up the show. But that, yeah. You might have to just go audio only. I don't know. We'll see. But Kim, shout out to you for what your announcement was. MPX's big announcement and PCO challenging Sky in the open challenge. Oh, I'm not mad at it. I just don't know if the MPX event center is big enough to contain PCO and Sky without the roof coming down. But that Mikey B one has me thinking that was left field. I don't know. There's a lot of names, a lot of people that I could think of. For the open challenge, I really don't know. But I'll share with you all because I shared it with Kelvin. I hope, and this is just me being greedy, but fingers crossed. Sky has the outbreak at the purge on the horizon, needs a tag team partner. I wouldn't mind seeing a excessive violence reunion. Wesley Crane, if you're around just for one night only, Wesley and Sky, little XV versus the outbreak at the purge, maybe. I know Tommy Dean has hung up the boots and everything, so I'm not going to say that for Tommy Dean. But Wesley Crane is sick and sadistic. Think it'd be a banger of a tag team match. But we pretty much had all we had to cover. MPX Addicts, thank you all for joining us tonight. Sorry for Kelvin's technical difficulties. I guess the name Breaking Point also meant breaking point for his internet. I don't know. Yes. Laura, that's not a bad one. Malico and Sky. Ooh. Thank you, Laura Pulver, for that. Kim, we don't know what happened to Mikey B. We haven't seen Mikey B around in a while. Maybe he returns to answer the open challenge. That was Kelvin's prediction. So maybe Mikey B returns soon. There we go.
We'll see how long it lasts.
Well, we were about to wrap up because I pretty much covered everything. The only thing you missed was Laura said a paranormal tie for Sky's partner, Wesley Crane or Malico.
I would like to see Malico.
I'm not mad at that one either. Malico is known to get a little sick and twisted too, so
yeah, I like that.
I'm not mad at it. We're gonna have a poll very soon about this as we get closer to the purge. I don't have anything else for this weekend show. Do you?
Just get your tickets, man. 510 Harwood Road. If you can make it there, MPX.com. Jeez, Lord. I just fell off the rails tonight.
Breaking point.
Yes, MPXtickets.com. If you can make it there in person. If not, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, search Metroplex Wrestling. Very much looking forward to see what this show brings us. Again, shout out to whoever made these matches, man, because this week is bangers. I feel like this is going to give us some clarity on where we're going towards the purge. Good question, Laura. Mr. Matthew Palmer, if you don't mind, just let us know when we can get an announcement. Are you going to be there Saturday? Because that's an important question. Do we get Matthew Palmer on the Saturday? So close? Maybe not. Maybe not. But if we do, that's a surprise in itself. So who knows, man? But whatever it is, he's telling us it's bigger than MPX ROH Global Wars. And that's saying something.
You know what? My people will be in touch with his people. We might have to get Matthew Palmer on the show. Or if it's not as big as Global Wars, maybe we get the return of Phil Noir.
Oh. Shout out to Phil.
I had to throw that in there while the iron was hot. I had to throw that in there.
Shout out to Phil Noir. My man went viral, bro.
Absolutely love to see it. That's
my guy's getting his WrestleMania moment months after WrestleMania. I love it.
Nobody does it like Texas.
By the way, Dirt Sheets, y'all gotta chill out, bro. Y'all gotta chill out, man. Y'all got this man over here. Y'all got this man over here looking like a king, bro. Like, y'all got to chill, man. Relax. What was funny is like everybody's reaction to it. Everybody was like, "Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way." How? How? Then you see people like, this is all I had to do. It's like it was this easy this whole time.
Welcome to the day and age we live in, bro. The digital era, man, is here.
Shout out to Phil. We got to get Phil on the show.
My people will be in touch with his people.
Love it, man. But that's all I got, man. That's all I got. Thank you to the chat. You guys have been awesome as usual. Please keep coming back. But until then, keep supporting your indie wrestling, man. This is what it's all about. I feel like we're in the midst of something great with the indies. Obviously, you see Matthew Palmer coming on teasing an announcement, a huge announcement. So I'm saying this a huge announcement, but because he kind of downplayed ROH MPX Global Wars, he's like, we have something big coming. And it was monumental. So if he's saying it's bigger than that, then it's absolutely game changing. So yes, please stay tuned and just enjoy the ride while we got it, man. That's all I'm asking. Just enjoy this while we got it.
Absolutely, man. And I guess I'll close it out because I don't know if your internet's gonna hold up to it, but echoing what he said, man, just thank you all for tapping in, tuning in. If you like what you see, if you like what you're hearing, make sure you follow, subscribe, share. We love seeing y'all interact with us here on the No Gimmicks podcast, here on the DFPN. You can find us all on socials, Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly known as Twitter, even Twitch, man. You know, Twitch, TikTok, we're everywhere. We're everywhere. So follow us, enjoy. We'll see y'all when we see y'all. But until then, make sure you take care of each other. Enjoy what you're going to enjoy. In the words of Dave Sagan, go check out Mortal Kombat 2. If you haven't checked out Michael Red, please head on a swivel. It's chain snatching season. And we're out. Peace.
And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmicks.